And a boom, boom, boom. Ooh, I just got nervous. Ha! What is up, you guys? Welcome to the Top Process, or welcome back if you are a returning subscriber. Shout out to you guys. If you are new here and you just so happen to stumble across this video and you don't know who I am, my name is Tatiana Manaois. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I started this video series to pretty much just give you guys some insight on who I am outside of music, some of the things I think, feel, why I think or feel them, and pretty much just sharing with you guys as I go throughout my life, some of the things that are helpful to me, some of the things that help me grow, be a better person, and things like that. So here we go. So I just recently turned 26, and shout out to everybody who wished me happy birthday. I felt the love. I'm super blessed to see another year. So I thought it'd be cool to make a video of 26 life lessons at age 26, and I thought I'd make it interesting and try to do it in 26 minutes. Now, according to my calculations, that gives me about 1 minute to do each life lesson and tell you a little bit why it's important to me and why it's a life lesson and how I came about learning it, or how I came about hearing about it. Okay, done with the accent. I don't think I could keep up that accent through the whole video. So anyway, back to the topic. I took some time to make a list of 26 life lessons that I find very important to me. These are some of the things that I've heard from other people, learned from other people, or just going about my own life and realizing for myself. So without further ado, I shall start my timer. Boom. 26 minutes. Just a disclaimer, these are not in chronological order of importance, and nor do I have all of them down to a science. I'm a human being. I struggle, I fall all the time, and I still am learning how to incorporate these into my daily life, but I do refer to them as very important things to remind myself of, and I'm hoping to share them with you in case you might have needed this reminder too. So here we go. Let's get started. 26 minutes on the clock. Let's do this. Number 1, dwelling will derail your destiny. Dwelling, aka sulking, aka ruminating, will derail your destiny. Take it from me, there's so many things I have dwelled on, whether it was from my past, whether it was from the same day, and I just dwell on it. You just soak on it and you sit on the fact that you made a mistake, or you just keep replaying the failure in your head. All of that, it won't forfeit your destiny. It'll still be there, but it will derail you. And if you ever have a hard time getting out of that mindset when you're in the dwelling moment, remember this, make it easy for you to remember. Dwell is spelt D-well, and that rhymes with derail, which is what it will do to your destiny. That's just how my brain works. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but fun little way to remember that one. Here we go. Number 2, there is motivation hidden in moving forward, aka trying again. There was so many times for a long time in my life where I just thought like I just was supposed to feel motivated, wake up and feel motivated. And I just wanted to like, oh, you know, wait till I'm motivated, whatever. I don't feel like it. You're never gonna feel like it. You might sometimes, and you might watch a video and get the motivation there, or somebody gives you the motivation because they're doing it. You can get it there too. But you can find motivation in moving forward, trying again. These videos, I have tried to do this video 3 times now. None of those times did I wake up feeling motivated, but trying again made me feel like, okay, this next time I'm gonna get it and I wanna get it. So there's that motivation. I wanna keep trying until I get it. And it exists in there and it's hidden in there. It's the process of trying again will give you that boost of like, I'm so close, let's try it again. Hopefully that makes sense. Number 3, gratitude is a gateway to your greatest self. It's a gateway. It doesn't equal your greatest self, but I swear to you, I learned it from this mentor that I started watching, Ashley Ann, I believe, King Ashley Ann, something like that. She recommended, you know, when you first wake up, make a list of 10 things that you're grateful for, aka practicing gratitude. I don't know if anybody else has done that kind of exercise, but I swear to you, it's like your eyes start opening and widening, and like you just feel this openness inside of you of like, you just become more aware of the things that are good in your life. Take the time to think about or list or even just verbally talk to yourself about things that you're grateful for. And I promise you, it's a boost of energy that you get and positivity. And I swear it'll do you only good. Number 4, your body is truly your temple and it's the only one you have. AKA, take care of it. I don't know if that's a proper AKA, but take care of it. Look, I'm only 26, okay? I'm having back problems because of how I lift certain things. That's just one of the things on the spectrum. What you eat, how you sleep, structuring your day around giving yourself an exercise or going outside. Like, this is your temple, okay? If you do not take care of your temple, it will not be able to take care of you. Whatever you want to do in life, whatever you want to accomplish, will not get done however you need it to if you are not giving your body what it needs to help you do that. And I know, like I said, all of these things on this list is like, duh, for some people. I'm so glad you got it down. But for those of us who need to be reminded this, aka myself, I cannot stress to you enough, this is the only body you have. You're not going to get another one unless, science just takes off and like you just can get another body, which I don't want, even if that was possible. Anyway, it's the only one you have. Take care of your temple. If you think about it this way, if you're just constantly doing whatever, to it, whatever, that thing's going to fall. That temple is going down, demolished. And then what? You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Moving on. Number 5, when you need help, ask for help. I struggled with this so much because you're stubborn. I'm talking to myself. You're stubborn. You want to do it by yourself because you want to say, I did it by myself. Whatever the reason is. If you need help, ask for help. Let me just put myself on blast real quick. There was the first year I did taxes and I said, I got it.
It was at this moment that she knew. She fucked up.
I've said I got it to a lot of things in my life. Listen to me when I say this. If you need help with something, and you really do, ask for it. There is abundance amount of resources out there. And not all of them are free, I get that. But some of them are. There's endless. Ask for help. I won't go too far on that. If you need help, ask for help. Take it from me. Stubbornness won't get you where you need to be. Like I said, preaching this to myself. Number 6, adulting doesn't get better. It really doesn't. But it becomes what's best for you. Let me explain. I could use the same example. Taxes, okay? I can't stand doing taxes. I'm working on it, but I know that it's part of adulting. Bills are a part of adulting. They suck. Adulting sucks. Adulting is trash, okay? That shite really sucks. But when you take it upon yourself to handle adulting, it teaches you things. Not only does it give you structure, it starts opening up your responsibilities and it pushes you to start forming those muscles of, okay, I'm not good at money, but now I have to be because adulting, which sucks. Like I said, it doesn't get better, but it's still necessary. I cannot stand numbers and money stuff and black and white contracts and all that stuff, but I had to do it. And it started making me better at money managing. Still not the best at it, but money managing, it becomes what's best for you. Because if you don't do it, the alternative is just, it's really going to be difficult in life. I mean, it really is. Don't run from it. Everybody has to go through it. All of us are not exempt. None of us are exempt. That's the truth. I know. It sucks. Here we go. Number 7. The comfort zone should be called the killing zone because things die there. Things die there. Let me give you an example of my own. This vlog series, I am not comfortable, okay? It is not my comfort zone to show up on this camera and talk about something insightful, something meaningful all the time. I'd rather go right. That's my comfort zone, to be real. But anything outside of that's not my comfort zone. I like editing. That's behind the camera. I can do that. I don't have to deal with anything. That's a comfort zone. I can edit forever till my fingers fall off. But actually showing up on this camera is not a comfort zone. What happened when I gave into my comfort zone? This vlog series died. That's the truth. The truth of it is it died because I was comfortable not filming. I got that off my chest, you guys. It will kill everything that you want to pursue and really want in life if you give into your comfort zone. It should be called the killing zone. Moving on. Number 8, you don't have to be great at something to get it started. Same example, guys. Same example. I am not where I envision myself to be with these videos. I am not where I envision myself to be as a whole, music included. But you can't compare where you are at, which if you haven't started yet, really don't do this, to where someone is at who built many, many years into what they're doing. Don't let that keep you from getting started. You might not be great now, but I promise you, it's the same thing they had to go through. Build on it, get better. You'll be great at one point. And then one day, you're going to be at a level where someone's going to look at you. And then hopefully you're in a position to tell them, don't let my level keep you from getting started. Let's leave that at that. I can't ramble. I'm running out of time. I totally forgot about my limit. Number 9, don't let the skills you've mastered keep you from learning new ones. Oh, did I have a problem with this? Okay, for one, it makes you arrogant. Okay, it makes you arrogant to when someone tries to show you something new, or when you find something new on a video, you're like already blocking it out because of what you already know. It's like, don't do that. Trust me, take it from me, don't do that. There's so much more to learn. There always will be more to learn, and it'll just keep you from having an opportunity to be better, which, I mean, come on, aren't we all just trying to be better? Don't miss out on that opportunity. And then for 2, you're stunting your own growth. I have stunted my own growth by doing that. Don't do it, okay? Don't let the skills you've mastered keep you from learning new ones. Here we go. Number 10. Oh, this one's funny to me. Don't take yourself so seriously. No matter what field of work you're in, no matter what field of expertise you are in, don't take yourself so seriously. I did. At one point in my life, there was a time where I just was like, I'm an artist. Like, I make music and like, I can't. Listen, becoming an artist and a musician at first, now that in hindsight, was to share music, make music and share music, make music and share music, connect with the world through music. And then I hit this point where I was like, just like stuck in this, like, I'm an artist. Like, oh, child. Don't let it happen to you. Don't take yourself so seriously. You minimize your opportunities to collaborate with somebody, to become friends with somebody, to create a bond with somebody. You just start blocking all your blessings. That's what it does. It blocks your blessings, okay? Let's leave it at that. Here we go. Number 11, create more than you consume. It might be difficult for you because you might not even recognize it, but essentially what I'm saying is stop scrolling and get rolling. I know, cheesy little line, but it makes it easier to remember. If you are finding yourself consuming all of this content, and everybody knows content is like everywhere. So like you're addicted to it. If you are just constantly scrolling, but in the subconscious of your mind, you have a goal you want to reach or a dream you want to pursue, stop scrolling and get rolling. I am guilty of this. But once you realize that it is not investing into your dream by scrolling, you will start to make that shift, and I promise you it's going to be worth it. Okay, moving on. Number 12, it is never too late to do the right thing. Never, ever. You might not be able to get that friendship back. You might not be able to get that job back. If you made a mistake in public, you might not be able to like go back to that public place. But moving forward, you can now do the right thing, and then that type of thing won't happen anymore. So it is never too late to do the right thing. And if you really want to just simplify it, the alternative to doing the right thing is to keep doing the wrong thing. Like, no thanks. No thank you. We'll leave it at that. Let's move on. Number 13, learn what you don't understand. This one, it seems as simple as it is. It's like, duh, whatever you don't get, like, go learn, go get the info. Some of us, myself included, you can get so frustrated in something you don't understand that you just push it away as a whole. It's like, dude, I can't. I have no capacity for that. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't want to understand. That's the difference right there. But the thing is that you just don't understand yet. Take the time to learn it. It might take some time to learn it, but learn it. You can. It's available to you. Don't let the frustration of not currently understanding keep you from learning to understand. Here we go. Moving on. Number 14, ask yourself why. Keyword here is yourself, not other people why. Yourself. The reason why this one is important to me is because for a long time I was always like pretty much not minding my business, and like my brain capacity was most of the time taken up by like what other was going on. Ask yourself why you're bothered by certain things. Ask yourself why you must know a certain thing. Like, and here's the catch. Most of the time it's a very simple answer. And it'll make you just what it basically does is put yourself in a position of being honest with yourself. You're nosy. You need to know everything, but the truth is you don't. By being honest about why you're bothered, will get you to be unbothered. It's difficult at first. You might realize that this is a bigger pattern than you thought, but at least you ask yourself, why is this happening? Why am I doing this? Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Ask yourself why. It'll change your life for the better, hopefully. Moving on though. Number 15, make time to reflect and take your time doing so. Meditation has definitely helped me, but at first, I'll be honest, it was very frustrating because I'll be so honest, I kept falling asleep, you guys. So I started to not close my eyes anymore, but side note, that's a total side note. Taking the time to reflect will allow you to see yourself outside of the feelings that you had while you were in the moment. So if you were in the moment of something and it was a heated situation or it was just a frustrating one, you said some things or whatever, and then you are in it with the belief that you are in the right. Reflecting will allow you to see that you might have been in the wrong. And when you find that out, you are able to reprimand the moment, and whoever it is on the other end can see that you actually took the time to put yourself in their shoes. It's a game changer, guys. Meditate on yourself. Sit with yourself. That's basically what it is. Just take your time with it. Don't get frustrated on this meditation thing isn't working. No, let yourself learn how to get through those little, hurdles mentally, because it is true. If it's not something you do on a normal basis, it is going to be kind of weird at first, but promise you it'll get better. It'll be so worth it. It's always going to be worth it. I highly recommend it. All right, moving on. Number 16, structure will help keep you sane. Some of us have too much structure, and that doesn't help. Too much of anything doesn't help, but structure will help keep you sane. Let me show you guys something. I suck at structure. Okay, I used to be like all over the place. I'm doing this here. I'm doing this now. I'm okay. I'll handle that now. Okay, I'm scatterbrained like crazy. This is something that I used to contribute to having structure. I'll put the link down below. Productivity planner. It literally structures my day of the most important task to the secondary tasks of importance and then subtasks. Look, all I'm saying is structure doesn't hurt, okay? If you have a hard time having structure in your life and you just like to go about your day however and which way, that way, up and down, left and right, and you're finding out that that's not really getting you anywhere, you might want to consider spending some time on creating a little bit more of a structure for your life. And some of us aren't that great at it, so we need things like this to help us. I promise you, there's nothing wrong with it. You might need 12 notebooks to just plan out one day. If that's what it is, that's what it is. You need help. When you need help, ask for it. Boom. Here we go. Number 17, one of the greatest investments you can make is into your mental health. That doesn't always mean money. It just means time. Spending time less on scrolling and more about reading of ways you can help yourself in the home, less TV time and more ambiance. Like sometimes there used to be a time where I always wanted a movie on in the background. Now I want calm. I want less noise, less chatter, less information going into my brain. So I take to a lot of ambiance videos, guys. Like I'll put it right here or right here, whatever. Literally, there's a bunch of ambiance things on YouTube, whether it's healing frequencies, whether it's putting yourself in a coffee shop, in your physical location. If it is like chaotic or you just can't seem to find a place of quietness, I highly recommend listening to these ambiances things. I'm not swearing by it. I'm saying everybody's different, but I myself find them very helpful when I just need to get out, but I can't actually physically get out. I put on ambiances in the background, and I swear to you, it really just helps quiet the noise, put you in a different mindset to get something done. I really recommend them if you haven't already. But other things like therapy, obviously, gym memberships, like I said, those are things that cost money. But if you're paying for Netflix, switch it to gym membership. Like I canceled so many streaming platforms, video-wise, movie-wise, so that I can get the app called Calm for meditation. Like, switch things around. Invest into your mental health. First and foremost, I highly recommend it. This is going crazy right now. Everybody's talking about mental health, and it is as real as ever, okay? Everybody's got their own thing going on. No matter what you're going through, your mental health is so important, and I 100% will always agree with that. It is the number one thing you should be focused on. I'll leave it at that. Let's move on. Number 18, you can't heal what you don't reveal. And I definitely can confirm that some of you have heard this before, amongst these other things that you might have heard before too. You can't heal what you don't reveal, aka don't suppress things. That doesn't help ever, 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 ever. You'll just trap it deeper. It'll just become more difficult to deal with when you want to bring it up. If you've been dealing with a heartbreak that you never talked about, if you've been dealing with anger issues that you're afraid to admit, deal with it. Let it surface. It's definitely not easy, not saying that whatsoever, but let it surface so that it can at least be dealt with. At the end of the day, if it is bothering you, you're not fine. Saying you're fine only makes it worse, compresses it more, suppresses it more. Don't do that. It's not helpful. I highly encourage you to at least journal it, at least let it surface in your journal. You don't have to tell anybody first, but let it surface, okay? You can't heal what you don't reveal. Let it reveal. Doesn't have to be to the world, but let it surface. Okay, moving on. Hope that makes sense. Number 19, celebrate others every chance you get. Okay, this one was a game changer for me. Why? Because I will confess, I used to be a hater. You guys, I used to be one. And I still struggle with it every once in a while. And I catch myself, I'm like, girl, you being a hater right now. You can't even celebrate somebody. But let me tell you something. For one, this is why I said you can't heal what you don't reveal. I had to reveal that I was a hater and I started dealing with it. But blessing somebody else will bless you. If I found out that one of you guys watching just bought a house, if I don't celebrate that and I'm like, yeah, whatever, like, look at my energy. Yeah, whatever, like, not gonna, whatever, you got a house, ooh, like, but if I decided like, well, you got a house, let's go, like, congratulations, look at what it just did to me. I'm like smiling, I'm happy, I'm joyful for not even myself but you, and it blessed me in the end. That's what my point is. Celebrate others every chance you get. It'll bless you, it'll bless them. What a giant blessing that is, okay? Keep that going. Let's move on. Number 20. I'm running out of time. Hopefully I'm making it in the freaking 26 minutes. Okay, number 20. Keep in touch with your family often. That doesn't mean just blood. Anybody you consider family, keep in touch with them. And I am so guilty of not doing so. I know for a fact my family's watching this. Like, she ain't. She is one to say. It ruined me, guys. Take it from experience right here. I lost touch with not only my family but myself, and I swear to you, it turned right back around. And I'm like, I don't even know what these pieces of yourself that you grew up with and what you came from, who you came from. And I totally understand. Let me try and zero this in. There is a time that I believe in your life that you do have to distance yourself from whatever you feel like is keeping you like the same. And it's not in a blaming way, but it's more of like, okay, like, let me just figure out who I am. It's a positive thing. Let me step out into the world. I totally believe in that and agree with that. But don't ever lose sight of keeping in touch with your family. You might be on two separate sides of the world, two different mindsets, two different whatever. Like I said, doesn't have to just be blood, whoever you consider family. Keep in touch with them, even if it's just one person every 2 months. It'll keep you in tune with what matters. That's what it comes down to, is it'll keep you in tune with what matters. Trust me, take it from me, it'll backfire. You'll start to forget what matters in life. You'll start to forget, the valuable things, which is family. And I promise you, it'll only bless you hearing about what their life is like, hearing about how they're doing. They'll ask you how you're doing, and you get to have a conversation, and you get to remember, like, hey, we're still human, we're still family. What's going on? How are you doing? And whoever is watching this, any part of my family, this camera is falling again. If you're watching this, anybody from my family, I will call you after this, and I am guilty of that. So here we go. Moving on. I need to fix this camera. Number 21, feed your soul, not your ego. I am so guilty of this in the past. Promise you, it won't do you no good to feed your ego. And what does that look like? It looks different for everybody, but basically, if you're doing things for show, just for show, it will give you nothing. It will dissipate. It will evaporate right before your eyes. You'll think that you gained something from it, but if you did it just for show and not for your soul, it will just evaporate. Like, it will be gone the moment next. I promise you. So feed your soul. Do things that are meaningful. Do things that have purpose behind it, not just for show. I promise you, it's not the way to go. Don't do that. Feed your soul, not your ego. Moving on. Number 22, if you can imagine failure, you can imagine success. This goes out to all my downward spiral thinkers, and you just can't seem to get yourself out of that mindset, you're really just solidifying the failure by thinking of the failure. So if you can imagine failure, imagine success. Let yourself think about how it would look and how it would feel to actually accomplish what you want to accomplish. Picture it, like literally the way you're picturing the failure, like, oh, this is going to happen and I swear I'm going to be so embarrassed. Oh my gosh. Think about it like, wow, if I do that, oh my gosh, it's going to feel so great the second I get there. Keep envisioning it throughout the process of it. You might not get it the first time. You might not get it the second time or the 10th time or more, but keep envisioning the success. Keep on looking at it like, okay, that didn't work, but if I try this at this time, we might get there. And I swear to you, it'll change your perspective. It'll help you for the better. I hope that makes sense and makes you realize if you can imagine failure, you can imagine success. It's true. Moving on. Number 23. This plugs right into number 22. For every negative thought that comes up, think of a positive one. I promise you, game changer. I was a negative thinker. Still struggle with that every once in a while. But it's a muscle. Think of it just like a muscle, okay? If you think of a negative thought, say right when you wake up, man, I really wanted to wake up earlier. Gosh, I suck at this. Boom. There goes that negative train. Skirt. Counter it with a positive right then and there. Well, at least I woke up. My goodness. Hold on. I woke up today. Still got the day ahead of me. Boom, boom, boom. Positive thought. Exercise the muscle of replacing every negative thought with a positive one. These are practical, like, no-brainers, but like it's that bad for some people. Don't fall off that cliff. It's a real downward spiral from there. But if you counter it, then you start getting into the habit of countering it with the positive. And then before you know it, you barely have any negative because you're like looking at all the positive. It's not that easy, I know, but it's possible. Number 24, it's kind of a heavy one, but it's true. Grieving leads to acceptance, aka grieving is necessary, guys. I found that out recently, but still learning how to get it down. Grieving is necessary, and there's a phrase that says like come to grief, and that literally translates to meet with disaster. It takes a process. Sometimes, we're just not ready. It's a whole wailing of a cry process sometimes, and that doesn't sound fun, but it is necessary. It's totally normal. Let yourself grieve. Give yourself time to grieve. Don't just suppress it. And whatever has ever happened in your life, and it's just like, gosh, like just a drop your head moment of like whether it was disappointment in yourself or in somebody else or whatever, allow yourself to grieve it, because when you grieve it, it leads you to the acceptance of it being what it is. I highly recommend you allow yourself. If you have a hard time doing that, at least just allow yourself the opportunity. Try, okay? Moving on, number 25, don't forget to be your friend too. And if you've been following me for a while, you listen to my music, I always talk about self-love, and it's a lot easier said than done, but don't forget to be your own friend too. That looks different for everybody, but at the end of the day, the whole world could be your friend and give you support, love, all that kind of good stuff. But if you don't know how to give yourself that, you're never going to be fulfilled fully. I promise you. It will constantly feel like, man, I know how to do it for somebody else. I know how to like be there. Like if you can envision what a good friend is like, and you know what that feels like, sounds like, is like, be that for yourself. It sounds weird and it might be foreign to you, but just consider talking to yourself how you would to a friend that you are really there for, and you like, you let them confide in you. Let yourself confide in yourself. Get a journal things down that you feel, and you hear yourself out. Don't nobody want to listen to my problems. You listen to your problems. Let yourself process to yourself. You don't have to tell nobody, just journal it. It'll help you, I promise. It'll help you. Moving on. Last but not least, number 26, it's kind of cheesy, but it's so true. And if you watch my recent video, my recent song, you might have seen this thing. But no matter how you feel, get up, dress up, show up, and never give up. Like I said, it's very corny, very cheesy, but it's so true. This is on my wall. I look at it every morning, and it really does come down to feelings are so temporary. They're so temporary. And whatever you're trying to get after in life, no matter how you feel, get up, dress up, because you deserve to look good, because you look good today. If nobody's ever told you that today or any day, you look good today. I don't know where you are in the world, but you look great. No matter where you are, no matter how you feel, get up, dress up, show up, and never give up. And that, like I said, it sounds so corny, but it's so real, you guys. that was 26 life lessons at age 26 that I find very helpful to come back to and remind myself of. Hopefully I got it in 26 minutes. I don't know, the camera kept falling, things kept happening, but I never gave up. I got up, dressed up, showed up, and never gave up. Anyway, leave a comment below of some of these things that you really took to and you want to keep getting better at, or you found very, motivating or whatever. Or share with me some of the things that you came across in your life lessons that really helped you, be a better you or live a better life. Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. I hope you guys found this video insightful, inspiring, and a source of positive energy. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one, but until then, I love you guys. Mwah.